Rebecca, you're the filmmaker for the upcoming documentary I Am a Girl. Can you tell us a bit about the film?
The film is about several girls around the world on the brink of womanhood. So we're looking at 16, 17-year-old girls who are not a child, not yet a woman, at that really kind of fragile phase of growing up, I guess, and looking at their challenges that they face. So whether or not that's having access to education, being a sex worker, giving birth for the first time, dealing with body image issues. So it basically just paints a picture of what it's like to be a young woman, young girl in the world today.
What was it that inspired you to make the film?
I first became aware of the issue in 2007, and I was in the doctor's surgery flicking through a few magazines and read this article about the plan Because I Am a Girl campaign, and it really moved me. I guess when I really committed to making the film was after I was involved in a tsunami in 2009. My partner John and I were in Samoa when an 8.3 earthquake hit, and it's a long story, but basically we were running for our lives, and you know, we saw some pretty horrible things that day. And I guess when you go through a situation like that, you kind of just go, stop wasting time, you know, life is short, do what you have to do. And I think that experience really just put me in my place and made me go, I'm part of this earth, I'm not just Australian, I'm part of something bigger and I have a responsibility. And so that is why I made the film, I think, to really just kind of step out of my comfortable, lovely world and look around me and go, you know, girls are, you know, the most persecuted group of people on this planet.
Were there any stories that really stood out for you?
I guess the one that I find the most confronting is Gimse's story in Cambodia, who, when we first met her, she was 14 and had a 1-month-old baby and was working as a sex worker, and at 12 had sold her virginity because her family was so desperate for food, and then subsequently going back and seeing her as a 16-year-old and just really seeing the tragedy to continue unfolding. And there's a lot more that happens in her story which is really sad, and you know, domestic violence, human trafficking, and just the burden that she has and that she's taken on board to support her family is just too much.
When can we see the film?
The film is being released in Sydney and Melbourne. So we're having a launch on the 16th of November in Melbourne at the Nova, and we're having the Sydney screening on the 16th of November at the Cheval.
Rebecca, thank you so much for coming in to talk to us. I think we're all going to be jumping onto your website. That's iamagirl.com.au to find out more. Thank you.
Thank you.